And this is where all your money is going to be running out of your pocket. That's why I do recommend that you guys save some money before you guys start a nursing program, or just know that you guys are going to be spending.
Serious, I ain't even trying. A bitch just curious, huh? I'm chilling, tripping.
Hey everyone, it's itshermosabelle. If you're new to my channel, welcome. As you guys can see by the title of this video, I have been accepted into all the nursing programs I applied for, accelerated nursing programs I applied for, and I'm so happy and excited. I feel like all the hard work I've put into this has finally paid off. I have been accepted into the University of North Florida, the University of Central Florida, and the University of South Florida. I am so excited to start this nursing journey, and I feel like everything is finally coming into place. So today's video is what to expect after getting accepted into a nursing program. There were a lot of things that I didn't know were required or we had to do. And since I was accepted into multiple programs, I was able to see how the process was and what is required, and they were all the same. I know a lot of you guys have questions about what happens after you guys get accepted into a nursing program, and I'm here to answer them for you. So more than likely, after getting accepted, you're going to receive an email that's going to include information or have a link that's going to have information about the requirements, the compliance requirements, important dates, important deadlines, pretty much everything that you have to do before you start your first semester in nursing school. It's actually a pretty long list of things that need to be completed. I just want to let you know that you guys will have to spend money and pay out of pocket. I recommend to try to save. If you guys can't save, just be aware that you guys are going to have some expenses that start accruing before you actually start your first semester of nursing school. I wish the schools paid for this. I feel like the schools should pay for this, but they don't. So just be aware that you guys are going to have to pay out of pocket for all of these things that I'm going to mention. So to break it down for you guys and so you guys can follow me, I am going to number all the things that I'm going to mention. So number one, you'll have to do a background check. This is important so the nursing programs know that they're not accepting criminals and murderers into their programs. When I completed my background check, I was able to see what they were looking into. I was able to see that they searched if I was on the sex offender index. They checked my residency history as well, and they did a healthcare fraud and abuse scan as well, and those are just to name a few. Number two, you will have to complete a drug test. I did see in all the schools that accepted me, they do a urine test. I did do some further research into it, and I didn't see any nursing programs that do a hair test or a blood test. So be prepared to do a drug test before you actually start your nursing classes as well. Number three, you will have to submit your immunization records. So if you don't have all the vaccines that they require, you will have to get these vaccines before you start the program. I know some of you guys might be wondering, because we are in a pandemic, if some schools or if any of the schools require you to get a COVID vaccine. I can say all the schools that I was accepted to, they don't require you to have a COVID vaccine. However, there was one school that did strongly recommend you get a vaccine because some of their clinical partners might require you to have the vaccine. So what that means is during the nursing programs, you guys should be probably are aware that we are going to be doing clinicals. So we're going to be going to hospitals, to clinics, to different sites. And some of these sites require people there to have the vaccine. So the school that I'm attending strongly recommends you get the vaccine because that might interfere with you being able to complete your clinicals. So in my opinion, I recommend you get the vaccine before you start the nursing program. So some of the vaccines that the programs require you to have is to get the tuberculosis test, which is a test that you will probably be getting every year once you start working in the healthcare industry. Also, they do check that you have your MMR vaccine as well, and those are just to name a few. Number four, you will have to have a physical completed by a doctor, and this is just to make sure that you are healthy and your health is good enough for the nursing program. So for example, just to make sure that you're able to carry a certain amount of weight. because nurses do go under a lot of physical demands, and we're going to be going through these same physical demands during the nursing program as well and during our clinicals. Number 5, my school actually requires a HIPAA compliance course to be completed. The HIPAA course is actually completed on the same website that's handling our drug tests and our immunization records and our background checks. So I'm not sure about all the schools. However, I know most nursing programs do clinicals, and most clinicals require you to have certain compliances to be completed, one of them being HIPAA. Number 6, you will need to purchase your uniforms and all your supplies, which includes your books. And this is where all your money is going to be running out of your pocket. That's why I do recommend that you guys save some money before you guys start a nursing program, or just know that you guys are going to be spending a pretty penny before you guys start the programs. Depending on the school that you guys get accepted to, some schools require you to purchase the uniforms from them. I know that the school that I'm attending is going to require for me to purchase the uniforms from them, and that is because certain uniforms have logos or emblems on the uniform or certain colors. I recommend that you guys buy at least 2 sets of the scrub pants and the scrub shirt, just because during clinicals you guys don't know what type of bodily waste or fluids will get on your uniforms, and you don't know if it's a case of, are you guys going to be able to have it cleaned enough for the next day if you have clinicals that are back to back. So I recommend you guys do that. If you guys can't do that at the beginning, I recommend you guys buy the pair that is required, but down the line buy a second pair as well. When it comes to the books, it's really up to your financial situation if you're going to rent the book, if you're going to buy the book. In my opinion, I'm buying the books used, just because when it comes to nursing is something that what we learn in nursing school, more than likely you're going to have to keep up with it. As working as a nurse, that's how I want to keep the books and just buy them used, so when I am working as a nurse down the line, I can go back to my books and review it. You will also need to buy your stethoscope. I will go into more detail about that after I actually purchase mine. So be on the lookout for a nursing haul or supply video. If you guys want to make it easier for yourself, subscribe down below and make sure to click on the notification bell so you guys get a notification once I post that video. Number 7, you will need to do nursing orientation. Most of the schools, or all of the schools, require you to attend this orientation. I'm actually super excited to attend mine in a few days. I'm excited to attend mine because I do have a lot of questions, and an orientation is the best place for you to ask questions. I do know that during orientations they do have current students or future students, which I find really important, because those are people who went through the program. They went through what you're going to go through. So I do recommend you guys have questions ready before you guys do these, before you guys do a nursing orientation. My school did let us know to hold off on certain questions, like questions about our timing and when our clinicals are going to be and when class times are going to be, until orientation. So I did notice 2 of the schools that I was accepted to were a little different. One of the schools, they already knew how the times were going to be. So one of the schools did let me know Mondays and Wednesdays are class days, and then Tuesdays is clinical days. And then the other school is kind of like, they'll let you know during nursing orientation, because we're actually going to be divided into groups that go to a certain clinical site. So it depends on what clinical site we get, what the times are going to be. So it really is dependent on the school when it comes to that. However, I do recommend you guys have some questions prepared before you guys do nursing orientation. But yeah, this is what you guys can expect after getting accepted into a nursing school. Congrats to everyone who has been accepted, and if you're still waiting for a response, calm down. I've been there. You guys are going to do great. But yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. If it was, make sure to give this video a like. Give any feedback in the comments. If you guys have any other tips or any other information that will help other pre-nursing students as well, make sure to leave it down below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for other nursing videos.